What's up, guys? Welcome back to Men's Power Connect, the Maximize Man series. We're excited about doing this series here. I hope you have tuned in to listen to our prior episodes. Please go back and listen to them because we are making sure that we're living the vision, which is to engage, equip, and empower men to live their best life in leadership and in life. And this week, we're going to be talking about the magic of water. The magic of water. And I tell you, once we started digging into this particular episode and the life-changing that can happen by just drinking water was absolutely incredible, amazing, all of that. So I'm going to stop there. You know what we do with Men's Power Connect, but I definitely wanted my co-host here, who I absolutely love, Coach Stan Maddox. Hold on, let's start all over. Let's do this again. Okay, we're going to do this. All right.
I didn't think that was a big deal.
I think it's a big deal.
Okay.
So
Yes,
I'm waiting to 1:30 and then we'll start again.
Okay, duly noted.
Got it.
Duly noted. I think one thing that I noticed about a lot of podcasts, tell me when it's time for me to stop talking, but one thing I noticed about podcasts is one that's not perfect and people make mistakes. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Always just talking.
Good. Well, we'll start at 1:45.
Okay.
What's up, guys? This is Carlos Green with the Men's Power Connect with my co-host here, Coach Stan Maddox. And hopefully you have been enjoying the latest podcast that we put out there regarding the Maximize Man. Now, the Men's Power Connect, our vision is to make sure that we're equipping, engaging, and empowering men to live their best life and in leadership. So this week, we are concentrating on the magic of water. And we'll get to that, but I want my co-host to introduce himself today.
Hello, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Again, I'm Coach Stan Maddox. I'm founder and executive director of the Rehab and Beyond Foundation. And our mission at the Rehab and Beyond Foundation is to provide free therapy to low-income, uninsured, or underinsured stroke and brain injury survivors in the state of Georgia, regardless of circumstance. I'm also a certified health coach, physician backed under the Dr. Bill Sears Institute.
So if you mentioned Rehab and Beyond, if you all don't know where to go get that, what's the website address for Rehab and Beyond?
Sure, absolutely. The website for Rehab and Beyond is rehabandbeyond.org. That is spelled REHABANDBEYOND.org. And I also want to give you this website. It's the website for my health coaching information.
Great.
And also our clinic. On top of that, where you can find my book, Make Me Healthy, Make Me Happy, Simple Methods for Creating a Healthy Lifestyle Change. That website is CoachStanMaddox.com. That's CoachStanMaddox.com.
Get that book, Make Me Healthy, Make Me Happy.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
He's the author. I'm sitting here with an author, guys. Come on. And then you can go to menspowerconnect.com to actually get more information about not only this podcast, but other resources that we have, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. So we're going to dive in now to this episode called The Magic of Water and all of the benefits that come along with just drinking water. And hopefully you're not like rolling your eyes, and hopefully you're not like, oh God, I hate water. Wait until you finish this episode. You are going to be craving water because of the benefits that it comes with. And as we were in pre-production here and Stan had walked through all of these benefits, it really astounded me that I didn't even take into consideration what water does for us and how beneficial it is to us. Absolutely. So I am so excited about just walking into this podcast, and we're hoping that this is a value add for you, your life, and for your family as well as community.
Okay? Absolutely.
Let me start off with a couple of scriptures regarding water here. And when I went back to do the study on water and I went through the Bible, there is a statistic out there that water is mentioned over 700 times in the Bible. And it symbolizes several different things, but I wanted to make sure that we understand that water here symbolizes cleansing, purification, nourishing, and represents a symbol of life. So I believe that God understood the benefits and the necessity of water and how it can benefit us as his creation. Here are two scriptures here that you can read. John 4:14 says, "But whoever drinks of the water that I will give him shall never thirst, but the water that I will give him will become in him a well of water springing up into eternal life." Springing up into eternal life, a well of water. So I live in a neighborhood now that every time I pull into my neighborhood, they got this lake and this spring of water that just continues to flow. And it just reminds me of just the well of water that continues to spring up, not only physically there, but in my life spiritually as well. Then the next scripture is Psalms 1:3. "He will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither, and in whatever he does, he prospers." So trees actually get their best nutrients from water. When you see a tree that's planted by a river or a body of water, you can see how nourished it looks, how abundant it looks, how healthy it looks. And that's what water does for us, for our physical bodies at this point. So those are two scriptures that I would acknowledge or admonish you to go back, or recommend that you go back and read: John 4:14 and Psalms 1:3. So we'll stop there. Stan, I'm turning it over to you, Coach Maddox, for just the benefits of water and what it does here, our body makeup, all of that.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you. So, gentlemen, I want to go ahead and start. I want to start with a statistic. This is from Medical News Today.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking water has numerous benefits. Water is crucial for many beneficial functions, such as lubricating the joints, delivering oxygen throughout the body, preventing kidney damage, and more. Around 60% of the body is made of water, and around 71% of the planet's surface is covered by water.
60% of our bodies
60% of our body
is made up of water.
Exactly.
And when we look at it, we would just looking at our bodies, we would think that 90% is just body mass and 1% or 10% is just water. That's internal, but 60%
Absolutely.
of our body is made up of water.
Absolutely. That's how important it is, guys, for us to make sure that we're consuming an adequate amount of water. 100%. 100%.
Got it. All right. Now you have a story that I have not even heard the story, gentlemen, but this story about Stan, Coach Maddox's uncle, drinking Pepsi every single day. And this is no knock on Pepsi at all, but just what he experienced by drinking cola, let me say that, every single day. Coach Maddox.
Yeah. Wow. Guys, I tell you, one thing that, well, there are many things that are available in the market right now outside of water to consume, one of which is Pepsi. That's what we're talking about right now. And a lot of times, guys, we're at work, we're doing other things. Maybe we're at the gym, maybe we're out walking or with the family, etc. There are so many other options than water to drink. And a lot of times we'll choose them. Now, my uncle chose Pepsi Colas for years and for years. I remember this, when I was a little boy, just coming up, watching my uncle. This gentleman worked 3 jobs. I mean, he was one of the hardest working men I've ever known. But one of his things, every single day, he would drink on his quest of working, doing all stuff that he did. He'd drink about a 6-pack of Pepsi Cola. A 6-pack.
A 6-pack?
6-pack.
I'm thinking just one a day.
No, sir.
He would drink a 6-pack of cola.
6-pack of Pepsi Cola every single day. As a youngster, me knowing them, I always known them to have cans. You have alcohols. They have beer cans in the back. My uncle had Pepsi cans, empty Pepsi cans in the back of his truck, etc. Whole nine. At least
This is the regular Pepsi. This is not regular. This is not zero sugar Pepsi.
And it's not a zero sugar Pepsi. But let's go ahead and chime into that real quick before I finish the story, guys. Zero Pepsi, Pepsi Zero. Those have chemically engineered sweeteners in them, which I'm not a fan of. Sucralose, aspartame, stay away. Stay away. I'm going to say it again.
All of those.
Sucralose and aspartame, those are actually artificial, chemically engineered artificial sweeteners that make a Pepsi Zero a 0-calorie.
Well, all of those colas that are zero now, because they said no calories and no sugar.
That's correct, because sucralose and aspartame is not considered a sugar. But it's a chemically engineered sweetener that your body does not respond well with. It's been known to cause headaches, things of that nature. So your body does not metabolize it very well.
But I'm saying I don't have any calories in there. And I don't have any sugar.
Exactly. So you think you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
But you have to look under that bedcloth a little bit further. It's very important that you do your research. Again, everything that we're saying here, guys, do your research on it. These Pepsi Zero, turn the bottle over and read the ingredients. You're going to see either sucralose or you're going to see aspartame, and a lot of times you're going to see both. Those are both stay aways. I actually talk about this in my book, Make Me Healthy, Make Me Happy, as well, to give you some other natural, alternatives as far as sugar.
Is that the same then, Coach Maddox? Is that the same as like a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper? Do they have those ingredients in there that are probably not good for you? Because the wave now is the zero.
Yes.
With no sugar and no calories. But then you also have your diets.
Yes.
Drinks.
Yes, you do. And guys, forgive me. I digress from my uncle's story. I want to finish that, and then I'm going to answer that question for Mr. Carlos. So with my uncle drinking Pepsi Colas every single day, a minimum of 6-pack. My uncle ended up dying of cirrhosis of the liver, and before he passed, he had to take dialysis. This is when you have kidney failure from trying to process all of those chemicals that are in those sodas that are not water. Another one is high fructose corn syrup. I know I'm kind of all over the place.
No.
My health coaching hat on, but high fructose corn syrup is very prevalent in the sodas that are not the zero sodas.
Okay, but you said that he developed cirrhosis of the liver.
Absolutely.
And had to go on dialysis. Normally, though, when you have cirrhosis of the liver, it's because you drank a lot of alcohol.
That is correct. And here's the thing, guys. My uncle, church-going man, never drank. Never drank alcohol.
And he got cirrhosis of the liver?
He got cirrhosis of the liver.
By drinking that 6-pack
and he was going through dialysis before he passed. So, in short, this Pepsi Cola, because again, your liver and your kidneys, these are two organs that their job is to detox. And then the liver has more responsibility as well as far as fat burning, cholesterol leveling, etc., the whole nine. But it damaged his liver and his kidneys. He's drinking 6 packs of Pepsi Colas every day. And my uncle didn't touch alcohol.
Wow. I'm hoping that our audience or the listeners can take away at least one thing from the magic of water. At least one. I'm hoping that this is a value add, because that, in all honesty, stunned me that he could develop cirrhosis of the liver and never drank alcohol.
Absolutely. It was mind-boggling, but it does happen. Guys, it happens. Again, we have to be very mindful, and Carlos and I spoke about this before on other episodes. We have to be very mindful of what we consume in our bodies. So we think we're doing the right thing. We think it tastes good. It's, peer pressure, all your friends, relatives, etc. Everybody's doing it. That does not make it right. And I'm glad that Carlos brought the fact that the Pepsi Zeros are 0 calories. We're still not doing it right.
Right.
Because those have the chemically engineered sweeteners in it. Again, I talk about sucralose and I talk about aspartame. Guys, stay away from those. All right.
Okay.
So
can I
want to give.
question?
This is one thing. Now, one thing I say as a health coach, one thing that I always focus on as a health coach is if I'm going to, I don't like to use the word instruct. If I'm going to suggest you take something away,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to always replace it with something that's natural.
That's good.
So what are some of the natural sweeteners that are okay for us? One of which is stevia. Stevia leaf, you're going to find those. And it's the great thing about, I would say, capitalism and everything that's happening right now in the United States is that, you have companies that make products, sodas that are not quote unquote sodas, but they're seltzer water with natural flavors and sweetened with stevia leaf. These are all natural products, so they do not harm your body as those products that are the zeros, the aspartame, and the sucralose. Again, look at the ingredients on these guys, and you'll be able to see those so you can kind of stay away from them. So if it's sweetened with stevia leaf, that's natural. If it's sweetened with the sucralose or the aspartame, that is unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's sweetened with the high fructose corn syrup, again, you run away.
Definitely not that.
Run away. Again, guys,
that's
think
like
about
Karo
it.
syrup.
Okay, so our mechanics are guys who are pretty affluent in your automobiles. What do we do when the battery is corroded? You have that blue gunk all on your battery when your car doesn't start.
Yes.
If you don't have any jumper cables around, you grab a Coke or a Pepsi Cola and you pour it on it. And guess what happens?
Yes.
It cleans it.
I remember my dad doing that. What in the
world do you think it's doing inside your body right now when you drink that stuff?
Wow.
100. I mean, just again, think about these things, guys. So I definitely wanted to cover that, but yeah.
So there's two things then. One, I wanted you to respond to this if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
There is one drink that's out there that actually they're like Cokes, and if you wanted to do like a ginger ale or whatever, it's called, I think it's stevia, something like that has stevia in it. That I would think I'm going to go and look to just make sure that is a good, if you're looking for something that you can drink in moderation.
Sure.
That stevia, there is something out there like that. So that's great.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Then the second is, do you, even today, whenever I go to a family function, whether it be our family reunion or Christmas, Thanksgiving, a barbecue, we are loaded up with soft drinks, colas. They will buy more colas and sodas than they do water because you can get them at a great discount, and people prefer to have those sodas or colas more so than the water. Don't you see that when they pull up?
Yes, and I'll add this to it. This is a theory of mine.
Sure.
So what has happened here lately is that now when you go to the family events, things of that nature, you're gonna see a lot of colas, sodas, a lot of sweetened drinks,
juices
for the kids and for the adults as well. But you're also gonna see water.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because what has happened over the years is there has been an increased amount of people that suffer from diabetes. So
that's right.
You're going to have in every family, I'm going to say it again, in every family, I believe in every family, it will be hard to find a family that doesn't have it. You're going to find somebody that I don't like to generally use the term diabetes. I like to call it blood sugar level challenged.
Oh, that's good.
But you're going to find people that have went to the doctor and the doctor say, hey, your blood sugar level's high. And, well, doctor, what do I need to do? Well, you have to change your eating habits. If this thing gets more severe, we can go into what's called diabetic neuropathy in one of your limbs, and we have to potentially start amputating body parts. These are things that can happen here. So at that point, you're kind of jolted into a phase of, okay, I gotta do something different, doc. What can I do? You need to drink more water.
Mm-hmm.
So in saying all that, just circling back around the wagon here, you'll probably find somewhere in a cooler at the events, somebody got some bottled water. Because somebody say, hey man, I gotta do the right thing. I need to get some.
Exactly.
So you will potentially find bottled water somewhere. So
I would say then, as a solution, because it's like that's the only thing I could drink, I would say challenge yourself to at least drink 1 to 2 bottles of water before you drink anything else. At least do that, right?
Yeah.
Just because you
Yeah.
may say, I want a Coke, I want a Sprite, I want some juice, whatever. Okay. We're not saying don't drink it, period, even though it would probably be best for you not to. But if you can just challenge yourself that I'm going to at least drink 1 to 2 bottles of water before I drink anything else. I don't know. Just I'm putting it out there.
Well, this is what I tell a lot of my clients
Please.
that I health coach, because we have so many alternatives, natural alternatives now.
Mm-hmm.
We can do things differently other than drinking the colas.
I love that.
I don't normally go to my clients and say, hey, cut it off here. This is it. You need to just go on to a no on this, or no consuming this particular food, or no consuming this particular drink, etc. But these sodas are so detrimental. Again, guys, I lost my uncle to this. These sodas are very detrimental to our health, and we have so many other options that are better for us. I mean, you can find some 100% apple juice. With that, it's basically like juice that's squeezed from an apple.
Yeah,
it's a lot better than you drinking a soda.
Or but bring your own.
Or bring your own.
Bring your own to the event.
Again, guys, we talk about this. You have to be your own primary care person. So, and what you do as a male in the family, it stems off to your family too. Your wife, your kids, your sisters, brothers, etc. They're watching you. Everybody's watching you. So now you're able to just spread the health, not with just yourself.
I love it.
But with everybody else. So yeah, it's going to take some discipline. I mean, some stuff we can slow walk. But as far as these sodas and things of that nature, the stuff that we consume, yeah, we have enough options out there that we can just, after you finish watching this podcast, like, let me go ahead and throw this stuff away. It just took Coach Stan's uncle out of the game.
Yes.
So we can go ahead and do that. We can just shut it down. But we have other options. Carlos mentioned one before. It's called Zevia.
Yes. That's it.
Again, that's the name of the soda product, seltzer water product. It's just like a soda. It tastes great. I have some in my fridge. We keep them there. If you want a different taste, different flavor as far as.
So what do you think? What do you think about those squeeze options now that you can squeeze and that you can put in your water?
One thing that I always recommend, guys, is you have to flip it over and read the ingredients.
Exactly.
You have to know what's in them, because you can even have one that say, oh, hey, we're going to give a flavor boost or flavor enhancer to your water, but it has sucralose in it. It has aspartame in it, stuff that we talked about. So you're really defeating the purpose. Now you're basically mixing up what you could have bought in a can and drunk yourself, but it's still not giving you health benefits. It's taken away from you. So make no mistake about it. We have to get into a place of ingredient reading.
Read the labels.
Again, my wife knows this, and me. So funny, if she's at the grocery store and I'm not with her, she'll take a picture of the ingredients and she'll send it to me. Hey, she say, hey, babe, what you think about this? And I'll read everything that's in there. Oh, no, don't buy that, babe. Oh, you can get that. Go ahead. So I mean, but knowing what you're putting in your body, again, we pay attention to our cars more so than our bodies. We don't put certain oils in it, gas, etc. So the same rule applies. But just being very mindful of the time, I'd definitely like to go over some of the benefits.
For sure. Please, let's do it.
So I'm going to start with the first one. First benefit of drinking water. Again, guys, we're talking about the benefits of drinking water. I know me and Carlos gave you some substitutes, but the benefits of drinking water.
Yes.
First one, it lubricates the joints. Cartilage found in joints in the disc of the spine contains around 80% of water. Long-term dehydration can reduce the joint's shock absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. So a lot of times I feel like I got some joint pain, something like that. A lot of the old school cats always say, "Oh, it's raining, oh, my knees hurt," and stuff like that. They get that, right?
Remember that? Yeah,
exactly.
But 80% around your joints is comprised of water, so you need to replenish that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, that is correct. Wow. I'm gonna read another one. I've got a few here too, guys. Definitely take this in, because this is very important. A lot of benefits of drinking water. Number 2, it forms saliva. Saliva helps us digest our food and keeps the mouth, nose, and eyes moist. This prevents friction and damage. Drinking water also keeps the mouth clean. Consumed instead of sweetened beverages. It also can reduce tooth decay.
See,
Yeah, absolutely. Got to take care of your mouth.
You got to take care of your mouth.
100%. 100%. Another one. It delivers oxygen throughout the body. Blood is more than 90% water, and blood carries oxygen to different parts of the body. One of the main causes of a stroke is blood oxygen being compromised going to the brain. It's blood oxygen, right? And that is one of the main causes. So again, I just want to kind of cover that.
But I love that you said 90% of your blood is water. So now you've got 80% around your joints, your disc, all of that spine contains 80% water. Now you've also told us that 90% of your blood consists of water.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping you all seeing the necessity or the magic of water at this point.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Okay. Also, next one. It boosts skin health and beauty. With dehydration, the skin can become more vulnerable to skin disorders and premature wrinkling. So guys, I mean, again, we we may be a little concerned with our skin. We may, right?
But, we should be.
But
he's the model. Just here.
But our wives and our daughters may be even more so concerned.
Oh, that's true.
That's another way for us to pretty much spearhead the increase of water consumption in the household. I just want to kind of chime that in there.
I love that.
So, yeah, absolutely. So it cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. It's very important. Very important. Dehydration can affect brain structure and function. It is also involved in the production of hormones and neurotransmitters. Prolonged dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning.
Sometimes we don't even know we're dehydrated.
Exactly.
At some point, right? Until our bodies then start reacting negatively to it. And we have to go in, and then they have to put those, they have to give us, IV to get our hydration back up.
Absolutely.
And so I want to make sure that we can stay hydrated.
Sure. Absolutely.
On a daily basis.
Yeah, and being dehydrated can cause so many issues. Again, one of us talking about here as far as brain structure and function is what we like to call brain fog.
Right.
You could be in a situation to where maybe you're driving your family down to a long vacation. If you get that brain fog, man, you can pretty much get into an accident. Yeah. And you can severely harm yourself and your family. So that's another good benefit of consuming the proper or adequate amount of water.
I love it.
Okay. Also, it regulates the body temperature. Water that is stored in the middle layers of the skin comes to the skin surface in sweat when the body heats up. As it evaporates, it cools the body in sport. So drinking more water helps keep the body cool.
Yeah.
When we're being active, etc., stuff like that. We're going into the hotter, the warmer months here and stuff like that. So that's just another reason.
I know when I play a lot of tennis and I do a lot of running as well, and especially being here in a warmer climate, it's easy for me to get dehydrated, especially in the summertime, because I'm moving, I'm sweating and all of that. And it's so important for me to drink that water on a consistent basis, because I don't want to be dehydrated, because that could lead to stroke. It could lead to other challenges that I'm having if I'm not hydrating my body.
Absolutely. 100%. Okay. Yeah. I mean, again, guys, the body needs hydration because it'll disrupt all your organs and it can cause so much damage. Again, we'll go back to our metaphors, the automobile.
Yes.
You don't have water in that radiator, what happens?
It overheats.
Absolutely. And if you keep driving, what's going to happen?
You're going to kill that motor.
And if you kill that motor, a lot of times it breaks down. A lot of times you have to replace the motor.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we can't replace our bodies, guys. So just know that. It's a little bit different there. Yep. Okay, sure. Okay, so here we are. Some scientists have suggested that trusted source, when there is too little water in the body, heat storage increases and the individual is less able to tolerate heat strain. Having a lot of water in the body may reduce physical strain if heat stress occurs during exercise. However, more research is needed into these effects. Again, just kind of going into some of the facts of the aspect. The digestive system depends on it.
Yes.
The bowel needs water to work properly. Dehydration can lead to digestive problems, constipation, and an overly acidic stomach. This increases the risk of heartburn and stomach ulcers.
Yes.
Water, it actually flushes body waste.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Water is needed in the processes of sweating and removal of urine and feces. So in other words, drinking more water is going to help keep ourselves detoxed, going to help keep ourselves flushed out.
That's why I know some people say I drink a glass of water every morning when I get up, because it helps me. It helps my digestive system kind of move those toxins out of my body, and the feces and the urine. It really helps to push that out. And I'm drinking water in the morning just to make sure that I can continue to flush and flush and flush.
Absolutely. And I tell you guys, and again, we're having a very candid conversation. Pooping is very important.
Very important.
And it's something that we shouldn't do every now and then. It's just something that we should be doing on a daily basis. Exactly. Because what it allows your body to do is continue to detox. That's when your body's detoxing properly. If we're in a place where we're consuming, foods that have unwanted ingredients in them, if your body's flushing it out every single day, that's one of the more important things to kind of keeping ourselves healthy. So water
can do that to help with that.
Water can help with that. Yes, sir.
That's very important.
Absolutely. Number 9, it helps maintain blood pressure. Very important. A lack of water can cause blood to become thicker, increasing blood pressure. And again, we speak a lot about stroke survivors and other cardiovascular diseases, and these things stem from you having high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So again, that's another benefit of us drinking water. Another factor there. The airways need it. When dehydrated, airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies worse. So if you have certain allergies, things of that nature going into the springtime, stuff like that, water can help them subside in some way, form, or fashion.
Well, even with the asthma too. So we're saying that drinking water can help alleviate or reduce some of those issues that you have with asthma and allergies.
Absolutely.
Because oftentimes we're taking medicine, over-the-counter medicine, to try to alleviate those issues. But if we're drinking more and more water, that's even going to be better for us. Again, that's the magic of water.
And that's a natural way of doing it too.
The natural way of doing it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
11, it makes minerals and nutrients accessible. These dissolve in water, which makes it possible for them to reach different parts of the body. That's another plus.
Good.
It prevents kidney damage. Again, I just spoke about this with my uncle, this whole situation.
Yes.
The kidneys regulate fluid in the body. Insufficient water can lead to kidney stones and other problems.
I'm just thinking that this water is helping our joints. Now you say our kidneys. We talked about our heart. We're just everything. When we consume water, it is truly, and we talked about the brain. It is truly cleansing, bringing nutrients, hydrating us almost in every aspect of our bodies.
Yes. Guys, just too many benefits here. Too many benefits, man.
Just water.
Exactly, and we still got a few more.
Right.
But again,
wow,
there's a lot of benefits here, guys. 100% of water. Boom. Okay, so I think we are at
13.
Thank you, sir. I lost my place.
That's okay.
Right. It boosts performance during exercise. So again, we're exercising. It does boost the performance. Some scientists have proposed that consuming more water might enhance performance during strenuous activity. So hydrating yourself, that's going to help as far as if we're doing some weight training, we're doing, cardio training, endurance, etc. Carlos is a tennis player, whatever exercise we choose. More research is needed to confirm this, but one review found that dehydration reduces performance in activities lasting longer than 30 minutes.
Mhm.
You know, so,
Got it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Next one, weight loss. Water may also help with weight loss if it is consumed instead of sweetened juices and sodas. Preloading with water before meals can help prevent overeating by creating a sense of fullness or satiation.
I
Being
go
satiated.
to a lot of dinners, a lot of events, and of course, before we eat, we're given the option of having like a social hour, and we can drink and we can have appetizers and things like that. That is a great time to say, let me go ahead and drink my water at this point, because if I can get that sensation of being full, then I'm probably going to eat better. And especially if I'm doing water instead of alcohol or sweetened drinks, that's going to help me in the long run with my digestive system. Because remember, if I'm going to these events at night and I'm doing the happy hour and I'm eating my dessert, can you imagine what my sleep is going to be like? Because my body is going to be working overtime to try to process,
Break all that stuff down.
break all of that down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so now it's like, now my sleep is interrupted
Yeah.
because I feel my body not with water, but all of those things that in the moment makes me feel good.
You know, Carlos, there was a holiday health tip that I give to a lot of my
Oh, good.
clients. Yeah, and like we do this around Thanksgiving. And one thing that I say, of course, around Thanksgiving, we're going to be with family,
Mhm.
friends, etc. Everybody's going to cook a big meal. It's going to be a lot of food there, right? One thing that I suggest, even before you either A, start your event at your home, or B, if you're going to an event,
Mhm.
I suggest you drink one bottle of water
That's good.
and one side salad.
One bottle of water and one side salad.
One bottle of water and one side salad. What happens with that? It gives you a sense of fullness, and you're able to make better choices, better decisions once you start the dinner itself. Once you start picking stuff to put on your particular plate. So
Well, even the salad is made up of so much water.
lettuce is made of the
All
majority
of
of
that
lettuce is water.
Think about that. Okay.
That's the you know I
I
guess
love
you know
that
you
tip.
always say the magician has a magic trick, but then you be able to see behind the
Yes.
curtain what's going on. So as a health coach, that's what's really going on. But
I love
that's definitely a suggestion that I give to my clients. Hey, drink a bottle of water
Water.
and a side salad. That's it. Then go and have
Okay.
at it. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Boom, 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 boom,
Last
boom.
one, 15.
Yep, that's number 15. Yeah, one. Yep, that is. Thank you,
Mhm.
sir. It reduces the chance of a hangover. When partying, unsweetened soda water with ice and lemon alternate with alcoholic drinks can help prevent over consumption of alcohol. So guys, some of you guys out there are consuming alcohol. Sometimes that happens from time to time.
Mhm.
This is another uh, play that you can have in regards to drinking water. You definitely want to make sure that you are hydrated in regards to that.
Mhm.
100%.
That is good.
Yeah.
Man, that is 15 benefits, and I'm sure there's more, but 15 benefits of drinking water. I hope you can understand and see the magic of water now and what it does to us, especially internally, and what it when we're drinking a bottle of water. Think about how it goes from all the way from the top of our heads in our brains all the way down to our toes. That it's providing these incredible benefits for us, and we've given you tips that you can use and do to just make sure that you're taking in your allotted amount of water on a daily basis, which is the last thing that I want to say. What would you recommend as the amount of water that we should be taking in on a daily basis?
Sure. Guys, keep it simple starting out. Drink you about 3 bottles of water. Bottled water is about 16.9 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
So just focus on drinking 3 of those a day.
Okay.
A lot of times we have, 3 meals. Sometimes we might have 4 or 5. But with 3 of those meals per day, 1 bottle of water.
I love it.
Yeah.
I know I may
Start
be
there.
using the bathroom a lot,
Yeah.
but that's good for you.
Absolutely. Again, it's flushing.
It's flushing.
One thing we do, atmosphere, smoke, etc. And when I'm talking about smoke, I'm talking about car exhaust and stuff like that. Foods that we might not want to consume or might not know what type of ingredients are going in our system, it kind of helps with that, keeps everything flushed out 100%.
Wonderful.
So yeah, absolutely.
So I'm hoping that you all have enjoyed this episode on the magic of water with the Maximized Man with the Men's Power Connect and Stan being the executive director of Rehab and Beyond. Go out, follow us, like us, give us some comments on what you thought about this particular episode. Go to his website, OneStanMaddox.com.
That is CoachStanMaddox.com.
CoachStanMaddox.com.
Absolutely. Again, the first thing you're going to see our clinic, but you're also going to have some tabs there where you can find our book. You can, of course, with our clinic, all of our services, our therapy services, our health coaching services, our WellCare Fitness group camp. We also have an exercise group camp there as well, group personal training. And also you're going to find a tab, of course, for my book, Make Me Healthy, Make Me Happy.
That's awesome, Dan. So go out, like us, subscribe, go to the website, and we would be interested in your feedback, particularly on this episode on the magic of water. And lastly, go out and encourage another brother. Peace.
Guys, thank you for conveying the information to you. Always a pleasure. That was cool, right? I know you.